dying to know what Ben Sunshine looks like. What a great name.
How wonderful it is that you're here now. How joyful it is that you are all here. How wonderful it is that you are joining and receiving us. We understand the process. We know what it is that you're going through. But remember these things. During a time like this, stay in the light, be of light, give unto others your light. Not only is this a time to give to others, but this is a time to give to yourself. Go deep into you so that you may connect with the prime source energy, whatever you call it, whether it be God or universal consciousness. This is the time to do it. Slow down. Slow down. And this is a time that you will purge, if you will, that you will cleanse yourself. And by cleansing yourself, you become better at what you do. You will become better healers, better light workers. You will do better for your own clients. The better you do for yourself, you will do for others. We know that you have questions for us, and we understand what is going on. We understand how the bodies, the human beings, that there are so many that are dying, that the body dies, but the spirit always lives on. For that you are first spirit, and you are second human, and then everything else third. There is a divine plan in all things because you are divine yourselves. You are not separate from God or goddess, for that you are the same. Are there questions for us?
Does anyone have any questions? We can do it through the chat, or you can just speak up, whatever works. Let me just open the chat window so we have that available for people who want to.
I've been thinking about the people who, especially in the medical field and even the grocery stores, where they're actually not at home and necessarily sheltering in place, and how that might be affecting them emotionally, even if they're not in a place of fear. Because I do think that people are feeling that sense of going within and going deep, but I think it makes it more difficult for those who are on the front lines.
Yeah, for sure.
Like to know more about that.
Would you like us to speak to that?
Yes.
Do you have a question?
I guess probably more the people who are working in the hospitals.
Yes, we know what you mean.
So yeah. For the healthcare practitioners on the front lines.
I mean, part of me is they're going to have a when things calm down for them, they're going to have a different timeline than those of us who have had this time to work on healing ourselves, and it's going to be a deeper healing, I think, for them that they're going to need. And I'd like to be there energetically for those.
What makes you think that their timeline is different than yours?
I just know that I guess I'm feeling like I'm having a different experience than they are. And
you are. Of course you are. Your experience is very different than theirs. But remember this, that their souls have all chosen an experience, what it is that each soul desires to experience at any given time. This is what each soul desires to experience. We, or you, your humanness, decides on how you want to see the perspective of it. You can see that perhaps their perspective is something of fear. But remember this, if that is what their perspective is, if that is what your perspective is, then you can change it if you want. It is nothing more than an experience, but we understand that many are experiencing the death of the body, and that can be very sad and troublesome, and we understand that. But we tell you these things to help you to understand that each soul truly does have its own journey, and that these things have already been planned on this earth realm at this particular time.
So in other words, at a soul level, they're in complete alignment at this time.
Yeah.
Although
Thank
it
you.
doesn't seem like it.
No, that makes sense. I resonate with that. Thank you.
And Katie, you know, too, like, Katie and the two of us are part of another group with a dear friend of ours. And the message that comes up over and over and over again for Lightworkers is that inherently at a soul level, and I know you guys feel this is what we have been preparing for.
Right.
This is our time to step into that power and be the strength, the ancient wise souls that we are, with all of these timelines and memories. And it's time to activate those memories so we know exactly why we're here, why we showed up, how we're going to serve now moving forward. And just meditate into that, right? As light workers, I think when we do that, it just becomes obvious.
We want to say unto all of you that are you who are light workers, who consider yourselves light workers, that this is a time now for you. This is a time for all of you to start to cleanse yourselves, to start to go in. And even though it may be difficult, it is required that you start to go in. And once you start to go in, this is when you can start to see the things that you call shadows and bring light to these shadows. So as you bring light to these shadows, you will be able to assist your clients better, much more effectively. And during this time, as you go in, please ask us, ask your guides to come to you, to work with you now, especially during these times, now that you have the chance and the time to go inward and to work with all of us collectively. Let this be a time that you enhance your vibration, enhance your clairs, enhance your gifts. This is a time to enhance, to fortify, to become stronger. It doesn't matter the path that you're on. It doesn't matter who your guides are, be it they galactic, be it they of the angelic, be it they of the earth realm. They are here to assist you now so that you may become something more than you have ever thought that you could be in this lifetime.
So a question that just, what are some of the specific systems or energies that are at play that are affecting humanity at large? How will these be shifting and in what time frame? So when you say specific systems, do you want to elaborate on that? systems or energies at play that are affecting humanity at large?
The systems that are affecting humanity now.
Mhm.
1 second, please.
Political versus galactic. Yeah, great. That's what I thought you meant, actually. So I have a feeling our galactic team is going to come through. It's just a guess. So remember, our galactic team connects through the consciousness, not through the auric field. So it's a very different way of connecting. And so it will, for those of you who are new to, there's a few of you who are new to our work.
We are your galactic team. Thank you for having us.
Thanks, guys.
We heard the question.
Okay. So the communication style is a little different.
Your political systems now are changing. Whether they know it or not, they understand that they are one. They know that they must now start to come together as one. If they continue upon this path, your earth, as you know it, will die. Your politicians are aware of this. You wish to know whether we, the galactic, have anything to do with your politicians. We have been around for thousands and thousands of years, observing you, watching you, interacting with you. There are political systems upon your planet that know of us and work with us as well. There are some who do not work well with us. We will tell you this. We are here to assist you in your DNA mutation. The system at work now will change your DNA structures, crystallize them a bit more. Those who refuse or resist the ascension process will be much more difficult for them. This does not happen overnight. You are going through an ascension process as humanity. You are becoming part more of the galactic community. You are all a part of us as we are a part of you. There is a little bit of us in all of you. Your scientists do not understand, or do they believe it? When we come to make contact with you, then you will start to understand. You have seen us in your skies endless amounts of time. We are here observing and watching. Do not have any fear, for we are here to assist you.
What are you doing right now with the United States political and government to serve?
We cannot intervene in your political system, but we can come to all of you if you open yourselves up to us and allow us to come to assist you on your own ascension process. We will come and we will work with your spiritual team as well. We are here as your brothers and sisters, as your family, to give you all of the knowledge that we hold as well. This is a very long process, but you are now at the point in your spiritual development that is awakening at this time. We do have love for you, although we do not express it the same way. We may sound mechanical to you. It is only because we are using a different pathway to connect to Anthony. We will use your DNA structures to connect to you as well. It has been foreseen, predicted that this would occur.
How will humanity shift its behavior when COVID-19 evens itself out and the lockdown is over?
We are hoping that this shift occurs in a greater population of humanity. And as that happens, your vibrations, your frequencies increase. As your vibrations and frequencies increase, so too do you touch others. You start to vibrate together as one, more so than you did before. This is not the first, it is not the last of your pandemics. It will happen again, but you will be more prepared, and then you will be more spiritually activated again. You will continue to go through this process until all of humanity starts to function as one. You are now again on the edge at the very beginning of working together as one. When you begin to work as one, you start to establish your mass consciousness, your togetherness, your unity as one. We are happy to be here. And we are a part of all of you. We are here and willing to work with all of you.
There's another question.
If you choose.
Before you leave, there's another question. The question is about our DNA as a communication medium. So you say that you work through the DNA to communicate and connect. So she wants to know, how does that work? What does it look like? And are there any specific crystalline structures that we can connect with or resonate with to support this process? It's a great question.
DNA structures of a human being were made specifically for this purpose: communication over long periods of time. The question is, how do you continue to resonate with your DNA.
Well, and also anything that we can do.
Yes.
Are there any crystalline structures that we can connect with to support the process with more ease?
One second.
This here, okay. Okay, let it come through with ease. Okay, Metatron Energy is here. Very strong energy. It's hard for Anthony to hold.
Work with me, work with your crystals, work with your sacred geometry. In that way, you will crystallize your DNA structures in a way you have never done before. Continue to work with sacred geometries, and I will be there with you. I work alongside with Seraphim's energies. We are here to help you. I am Metatron. I am the angel that you call one who connects sacred symbols.
Can you give an example of how people can work with that? Crystal boards? A couple examples.
Crystal bowls, crystal stones, crystal boards. Sacred shapes, sacred images, sacred numbers. These things that are mathematically divine. Call upon me and I will assist you as well. All of you light workers, for I will assist you in ways you have not been attuned for.
Okay, that energy is leaving and our team is coming back.
You certainly do have a group of family members. We want to tell all of you these things.
So this is our team that's back.
In any way that you work, please call upon whomever you choose. Your galactic family is here to assist you. That is why we allow them to come through Anthony and Renee. The angelic realms are here as well. Seraphim energies, the creators and creatrix energies are here as well. They will assist you. You all have incredible powers. This is a time now to enhance them, to increase your DNA structures.
So Kyra, me too, by the way. So just a question talking about dreams. So, and this isn't the first time that this question has come up. So the question is around having dreams, and Anthony's been having them, I've been having them. Some people have suggested that some of their dreams are more vivid than they've ever been. They're waking up with sweats. Other people have said they've had nightmares. And, you know, the question is this part of attunement and ascension for these more vivid nightmares that are happening? Are they upgrades in the middle of the night? What's going on there?
One second.
Okay. Yeah. Not alone. A lot of people are talking about these very vivid and somewhat darker dreams lately, where they're waking up with their hearts beating fast. Anthony had one of those last night, actually.
Okay. Your questions are
Around the vivid dreams and how to get deeper sleeps during this time when there's stress and really not understanding what these dreams mean.
You have to understand whether or not the stress that you're going through at this particular time is affecting your dreams. Most likely it is. But at the same time, we are working with you in your dreams. Therefore, before you dream.
Before you go to sleep, right?
Yes. Take out all of your electronics. The G5, you call it.
5G.
5G.
Yes.
Take out the 5G from your rooms. That interferes with our ability to work with you.
Yeah, if you have 5G anywhere close to your bedroom, turn the router off at night. You know, and at least if you, wherever you have it in the house, make sure that where you're working is at least 10 feet away.
Make sure that you are in a state of calm, collectiveness. If there is a white light prayer that you say, then say it. If there is a book that you are reading that's assisting you on your path, do so.
Right before bed.
Yes. There are other things you can do as well.
Like,
Do we say these things?
oh. Well, I don't think so. What about some of the grounding things that Netten is making in Japan to put under the bed? The grounding.
You may use your stones if you choose as well.
For grounding under your bed.
Yes.
Speaking of sacred geometry, it's putting one under the middle of the bed and then one in each corner for grounding.
Now, most importantly, this is what we desire to do. We will work with you through your dreams. Before you dream, before you sleep, ask your guides to come to you in your dreams. Ask them to give you an upgrade, as you call it.
But a gentle one. So the other thing, and Josh said this earlier, intention is so important. So with that intention, ask how you want your guides to come to you in your dreams. And for the upgrades, you know, gentle, you know, so you don't feel overwhelmed.
We will give you what it is that you require, what it is that you want. But do not have any fear, because we are working with you through your dreams. It is just a different reality.
But what if these dreams are waking people up with night sweats and having an inability to have a good night's sleep as a result?
We understand.
The intention before bed is good, which is what they mentioned, right? Doing the grounding prayer before bed.
And throughout the day, follow your routines. Follow your meditations, your prayers. Do your healings online. You must stay away from all of the negativity and the fears. These will seep into your dreams as well.
Okay, so that plays to staying with high vibrational energy. So being around like-minded groups and communities like what we have here.
That is correct, Gaia.
Yes, and also it's great that Josh has a group
Yes.
home where you have 6 of you who are all vibrating at high levels. That's really
Magic pill, per se.
And what about prophetic dreams? Ground myself. Yes, yes, yes. Work to ground myself in my body. Okay, so a lot of prophetic dreams.
Things that announce futures.
I don't know, Ben, do you want to elaborate on that? Do you mean things that from the future? He says that he's attempted to utilize his active third eye to further explore in these realms, but keeps getting messages that you should ground yourself more. Yes, for sure, ground yourself. Is this a contradiction? What is the appropriate balance to strike during this time? So appropriate balance between wanting to explore in dream state, the prophetic dreams versus grounding. It's a great question.
Ground, 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 especially during these times.
But what's the right balance, he's asking?
The right balance. There is no right balance. There is only the balance that you must do for yourself. However, before you go traveling into different realms, make sure you're well grounded. Make sure that your aura is nice and strong. Make sure that your chakras are spinning correctly. Make sure you are in the right mind. Make sure you are clean, inside and out. Now, before you go traveling, there are always energies there that wish to sneak in.
So can you speak to them about in dream time is the only time that we are not protected by
Yes.
our guides?
Yes.
Okay, so did you guys hear that? Dream time is the only time we are not protected by our guides.
That is why your guides have no dominion over your soul when you are dreaming. Only you can have dominion over you. At this time, we can protect Renee and Anthony, but when they are in a dream state, their soul decides to travel where it wants to. We can only follow them, but we cannot protect them. Only the soul can protect itself in that realm. Therefore, that is why we say unto you, make sure you are well grounded. Make sure your intentions are well and that they are of the light, so that when darkness comes to you, you remind yourself that you are of the light.
This is true for ayahuasca journeys as well, or doing the frog medicine or
Yes.
anything like that, right? So when you're going through the shadow work, when you're on those journeys, to constantly remind yourself you are of light, you are of source, and that will get you back.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Always remind yourself that you are of light before you sleep and slip into sleep. During this time also, remind yourself that you are in control of your dreams, that you can go wherever you choose and be whatever you want, and that only light will come to you. You can go onto any timeline that you choose. You can see all possibilities that exist. You are the master, no one else is.
So it sounds like you can actually manipulate a lot of that dream time, especially during lucid dreaming in the early mornings.
Yes.
So, but the key is to ground before you go to sleep and have the intention that regardless of where your soul goes and wants to explore, that it will not, it is only of light and no darkness or shadows will get through during that dream time. So it's part of, again, you know, what we said before, the intention piece of it, super important. Intention, intention, intention. Katie's asking about crystals. Black tourmaline, for sure. That is the number one, Katie.
That which is black will
Yeah.
absorb.
Obsidian is great. Jet, Newmite. All of these are really great for EMF blocking. Enhanced sleep. So I can talk to you offline about that, because for sleep, my experience is that it depends on the person. So you have to be really careful. I cannot have moonstone in the bedroom, or I won't sleep. I'm like, I'm on fire if I have moonstone. So You know, it really depends. I mean, safe ones, totally safe ones are rose quartz and amethyst. Those are pretty neutral across the board. And black tourmaline's okay in the bedroom too. That's another neutral one.
We know that this sounds a bit cliche, as you say, but make your bedroom a sacred space,
Yeah.
a holy space, for this is where you spend a good part of your time. Make it nice and clean.
If you don't have any books on feng shui, this is the time to get one. That stuff really, really, really works. So no, I mean, the only electronics we have in the bedroom is a lamp. That's it. So TVs, all of this stuff is going to disturb your sleep. Hair dryers, anything like that, just get them out of the bedroom. Cell phones out of the bedroom, or have it on airplane mode if you must. You know, if you use it for whatever you use it for, keep it on airplane mode.
Sometimes if you go back to the old ways, the old technology, your clocks that wind.
Yeah.
Do you
I have a
understand?
battery clock.
Yeah. No, it's powerful, man. It's so powerful. I mean, the lessons that we're learning, you know, you guys know, I think most of you know, I run a travel magazine, so people are always sending us products. We got the nicest coffee maker on the planet that you can get. It's a $300 coffee maker, and it has been failing. So we've been using an old percolator. The tea kettle died. Everything's been dying to teach us to go backwards, and so we're boiling water on an electric stove to do tea. I mean, like, just, it's almost like everything's short wiring just to teach us to go backwards, right?
Yes. Sometimes you must go backwards in order to move forward. And that is what your planet's doing right now at this time.
Mhm, mhm. Unwinding.
So, so how are we doing? Do you want to take, does everyone feel good? We want to do one more question, or do we want to just do a short meditation and short meditation?
You can do a short meditation, can't you?
You could. I'd like you guys to do it.
How do we do meditations when there are so many souls that are different?
That's true. There's galactic energy here today, angelic energy. And Josh, I don't know, he's from another galaxy solar system. They want to do a little energy healing stuff. The reason they do this is to combine the divine masculine and the divine feminine together as one for healing. Just allow yourself to receive now.
Remember to slow the breath during the daytime when you're awake. Slow the breath, slow the brain, and be in contact with your spirit guides throughout the day as well. It doesn't only have to be in your meditation practice, but you can be doing your daily routines and connecting with us and with your guides all the time. Become us so that we may become you. Good. Thank you. Thank you for receiving us. Be of peace. Know peace and give it to others. Be of love. Know love and give it to others. Be of light. Know light and give it to others. And with that, we will leave.
Okay.
Thank you for receiving us.
Thanks, Kay.
Remember who you are.
Now they're going to leave and Anthony's going to come back. So when they said, remember who you are, this is another thing when you're journeying in dreams, that they'll always say, remember who you are. You know, we have a friend who's on the front line as an ER doctor right now in Santa Cruz. And that's the advice they give to him all the time. When you're feeling that negative energy or fear or uncertainty or doubt come in, they say this to us all the time. Remember who you are. Remember that you're of light. Remember that you're of love. And that will diffuse the negativity. Are you back?
Yes.
Yay,
Yes.
Anthony's back.
So they always want you to remember who you are. They'll say that to me and Renee
constantly. And to our friends, a lot of we're on the older side, but to our friends in their 30s who have got to go on these ayahuasca journeys, our guides will always tell them, you know, just when you're doing that shadow work and you're going under, remember that you're opening portals. And so to remember that you are source, you're aligned with source, and that you are the light. So that's the key thing to always go back to is remember that you are light, because any dark energies, which of course fear and fear-based belief systems, which is so prevalent and being driven in Washington right now, they have nowhere to go when your light is so bright. All it can do is just bounce off.
And also what's really important too is that when you feel like there's something that could be dark coming into your field, the only thing you need to do is basically ask it to leave. You can ask if it's of the source energy, is it of God, is it of Christ energy, whatever it is. If it's not, all you need to do is ask, you must leave. Yeah. And it has to obey. That is, if I'm going to say the law of the universe, which there really are no laws, then that is one of the laws of the universe.
Well, there is order.
There's order to a certain extent, yes. From what our guides show me, that because even these energies that appear to be dark are also of God's source energy.
Because everything is divine and there's no evil.
Remember. Because you are God, they are God. Our guides would say it's like God talking to God. God must obey God. So when you say you must leave, then the energy must leave. That's why they always tell us that we are the masters. We are the people in the front seat driving.
We are the manifestors.
Yeah.
We just have to believe it.
Yeah. And you just have to remember. They always say, remember who you are. Remember that you are the brightest light there is in the universe. And with that, you know, That's who we are as light workers. We really are. So
How does everybody feel? Yes? Can't
you
hear
can
anything.
take the mute off.
Well, yeah, or they can. How's everybody feel? Yes?
Great. Yeah, really great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Keep
Yeah.